Good evening to all. So this is Jishnu from Pantech Solutions. All India Sri Shivaji Memorial Society, established in 1921, is a well-known institution in India for field of education. This institute is one of the top engineering college in India, providing value-based education. Our college awarded as a best engineering college by ISTE for national level. The institute was awarded Certificate of Appreciation. It is approved by AICTE and Government of Maharashtra. Electronics and Telecommunication Department is involved in technical and non-technical activities. The students achieved a milestone by making their footprints in an international conference, IEEE 12 at Thailand, actively participated and bagged all the prizes at Hackathon, Mindspark and Avishkar. Our mission is to carve multidimensional development students with skills and knowledge and to create awareness of the latest developments and technology among the students to make them confident while facing the challenges of this competitive and global world. This college is imparting education with goal to strive for academic excellence and overall development of personality of our students. I sincerely thank to the convener Dr. P.B. May and HOD Dr. M.P. Sarde and coordinator for this program Professor Mamata Wangre, Assistant Professor of Electronics and Telecommunication Department. So I welcome you all for this today's session, Brain Controlled Robot. So today we will be seeing completely regarding towards brain controlled robot. So whenever if we speak regarding towards the brain controlled robot, what is the brain controlled or what is a brain controlled and how it is done? Many of them are just exposing their imagination, that is nothing but whatever we think the sensor will be able to send so that it will be start to working or it will be able to analyze or read that particular data inside our brain. So that is entirely not a technical reason or it is not a technical function. So why we are saying it as brain controlled or why we are saying it as a BCI, brain computer interface? It is normally nothing but reading the neuron values with the help of EEG. With the help of EEG sensor, we will be reading all the neuron based values. So there are many types of brain controls. So it cannot be sent as a brain control whenever we are wearing that particular hardware towards our brain. Therefore, it is nothing but brain control. So we have from around past 10 years by working in this particular field. So Pantech is originated in the year of 2004. We have 7+ branches. We have 100+ employees and we have conducted more than 1,200 workshops. We have our own research and development for industry projects. We have conducted faculty development programs, hands-on training workshops, internships and in-plant trainings, short-term courses, value-added courses, academic project training, customized design services. We have expertise in these domains: Internet of Things, Artificial Intelligence, Embedded System, Robotics, VLSI, FPGA, TMS processor, Image processing, OpenCV, Network simulation, Power electronics, electric vehicle, big data analytics, Internet of Things, Android application development, cloud computing, mobile computing. So first, whenever we are going to learn about this particular situation, or if we go with that regarding towards this brain sensor or BCI. So generally we will be saying it as nothing but the first thing we have to know what is EEG. So EEG is nothing but electroencephalogram. So with the help of this only we will be reading completely the neuron values, whatever it is stick towards the forehead or multiple parts of our head. So it is very easy to understand in this way. So is there any voice breaking? Are you able to clear now? Hear now? Is it clear? Yeah, I will check it. Just a minute. So I hope now my audio is clear, I think. So it may be regarding some network issues. Okay. So let us see about what is EEG. So this EEG is especially designed in order to get that electric impulses from the neurons. It can also be said as that brain cells will be able to communicate with the help of a sensor. We are using many kinds of sensors, right? Such as heartbeat sensor, or we can say it as particularly whenever we go regarding towards these functions, especially EEG sensor, ECG sensor, then humidity sensor. So these are all nothing but whenever if you go for like this sensor and all, we will be just interacting towards a embedded system. So that will be our complete application, or whenever if we go for a new kind of technology. So definitely we have to go with the issues nothing but towards upgrading sensor only. So similarly each and every sensor is communicating in different ways. For example, if you are going with temperature sensor, it is communicating with environment. BP or heartbeat sensor, we can connect it to our finger so that it will be able to measure what will be the count of the complete blood pressure or the heartbeat. So now is it clear? I have cleared almost okay. So just a minute, I will just turn off the fan. Okay. So I hope now there is no some disturbance won't be there. So whenever if we go for regarding like this functions, we have to learn why we are using each and every sensors. Okay, so whenever if we go for like this kind of functions, definitely we will be applying, or we will be going in upgraded levels only. Okay, so today whatever we will be listening in this way, it is nothing but completely regarding towards the BCI. So what does the BCI will be having? So how does it works? How can we communicate with our system, or how can we communicate with the help of BCI towards another embedded system? So what are the possibilities? That will be this entire session. So whenever if you go for a BCI, there are different types of BCI, such as open BCI, single electrode, multiple electrode, and you can see some different type shapes also. That is nothing but we can wear it as a headband, or we can wear it as a overhead headphones. So that and all will be some kinds of BCA which we will be seeing in the market. So whatever the image I am here showing, it is nothing but it belongs to similar like open BCA. So each and every state will be it can be said as each and every kind of rays that has been emitted from the neurons of our brain. So here what are the different rays in the sense? Gamma, beta, alpha, theta and delta. So it can be set as the signals function. And now if we go for like this signals, so each and every signal has their own values. Okay, so whenever we go for this gamma, you will be having problem solving as well as concentration. Then if you are going for a beta signal, you will be having, you are under the state of busy as well as active mind. Whenever if you go for alpha oriented signals, you will be able to see that reflective as well as restful. Then if you go for theta, you will be seeing in the form of drowsiness, as well as delta will be going for sleeping as well as dreaming. So the most relaxing signal will be is nothing but it is sleep as well as dreaming. So whenever if we go for like this different, so how we will be able to access all these signals? So it is very difficult to access all these signals from a single sensor, nothing but single electrode BCI. If you are using open BCI, it is very easy to get all this. If you are using for a single electrode BCI, in the sense you will be able to access only 3 signals. One is gamma, another one is theta and another one is delta. Whereas theta doesn't have much variation, whereas you can acquire gamma as well as delta in a higher variation, because with the help of the single electrode, where that electrode will be placed in the sense in our center of the forehead. So whenever we place according to the forehead, we will be able to read these 3 values in a less tensioned manner. Why I am saying in the tensioned manner, in the sense whenever we are working with BCI, it will complicate in communicating with system as well as noises, or transmitting signals from sensor towards the system whichever you are connecting. So definitely we will be having those kind of problems. So in order to avoid that kind of problems only, I am saying that we should fix that particular electrode nearly towards our forehead. Whereas if it is like an open BCA, in the sense you can wear it like a helmet. So you can see where and all it has been connected. So these are nothing but the different BrainSense modules that are available currently in market. So the first one is nothing but wearing as a band. So the rightwards whatever you are seeing, it is nothing but overhead band, and the left side which is you are seeing, it is nothing but the open BCI. So these are nothing but the different types of BCIs. So whenever you fix that kind of BCI, you can see this is more than an open BCI type only. It will be having more number of electrodes while compared to this BCI. It is not that there are only limited sensors in each and every BCIs. It will be changing according to our purpose, or according to the person who is standing in the form of research. So whenever if you go for this kind of functions, we can use these kind of technologies such as Arduino, MATLAB, Raspberry Pi and BrainSense. So generally why we are going for this kind of embedded, in the sense whenever if you go for the embedded, it is very easy to communicate with the help of embedded system. As today's complete session is regarding towards brain control interface, right? whenever if we go for this kind of brain control interface robot, definitely we have to go for towards the entire Arduino or Raspberry Pi like that controller only, because for robotic operations we definitely require a controller, as well as we will be accessing the processor also. So it depends upon the application whatever we are focusing. And the mostly used BCI in our organization, we are using this kind of BCI which I have displayed in this slide. So this will be the mostly used for various projects. So whenever if you are communicating in this, it is possible to communicate even in Python, as well as it is possible to communicate in Arduino. Then how this can be communicated? We require some of the files as a supporting, right? Whereas if you are going to communicate towards Arduino, you require only one file, nothing but serial communication, which is connected with the help of Bluetooth. So these kind of brain sense is completely wireless. These are not wired, whereas whatever you are seeing in the hospitals, those are nothing but the wired connections. You can see their different displays, as well as they are acquiring the values. Then later on, with the help of that values only, you will be able to see what is the defect in your body, or what is the defect with your nerves in the particular body. So those are nothing but completely wired connected, whereas this function completely depends upon the wireless. So whenever if we go for Arduino oriented, we have to just interface the Bluetooth module, nothing but HC05 towards a controller. So whenever if we go regarding towards that controller, therefore we will be interfacing it as a serial communication towards RX as well as TX. So whenever if we go for that RX and TX, that should be connected as a interchanged one, whereas TX towards the RX of Arduino and RX towards TX of Arduino. So this is nothing but completely a connection that can be given. And then we have to configure the baud rate. So here baud rate also will be playing a major role over this complete operation. So what are the different baud rates available for Bluetooth in the sense? It is 9600, 57600 and 1,15,000. So this is nothing but completely whenever we go towards this application, therefore we will be changing that baud rate according to the device which we configure. And most this 1,15,000 is mostly used in IoT side, and generally if we go for this complete functions, we will be acquiring that entire Bluetooth module. So whatever the product which we give over here, it is regarding towards 57,600. that will be the common and fixed baud rate. So whenever if we go for that particular baud rate, we also should configure the same baud rate even towards the receiver side. If you does not keep that same baud rate, you will be facing many issues while communicating the signals. And whenever if we go for like this communication oriented, we have another one module, nothing but Raspberry Pi. So generally Raspberry Pi will be having the basic module. So what kind of basic module in the sense? It is nothing but we will be able to interface the Bluetooth with the inbuilt Bluetooth itself. So what is the advantage of this inbuilt Bluetooth in the cells? We no need to separately configure according to this. Generally they will be having the common baud rate itself. So normally whenever if we go for our phones, or whenever if we go for some of the devices oriented Bluetooth in the sense, nowadays we are obtaining at most 57,600. Okay, so whenever if we connect towards this, we will be have to acquire some of the libraries for this. Those libraries are easily obtained in the internet itself, so that according to your application you can download it, such as Mindwave Mobile or Thingier in this way. And similarly whenever if you are going for the MATLAB, then there also we will be having another one module, so another one header file for this. So for that we will be downloading entire functions such as nothing but Thingier. The explanation of Raspberry Pi, it is very simple. So Raspberry Pi is a credit card size computer which contains both controller as well as processor. So I would like to compare our PC as well as this particular Raspberry Pi. Our PC doesn't have any controller, but whereas whenever if we go for Raspberry Pi, we will be having controller as well as we can process the data. This is mostly used in order to communicate in this form of what to say, in machine learning, deep learning or image processing, and we can also analyze as well as upload the data with the help of clouds. It can be specially said as Internet of Things. So if you have any doubt regarding this, you can just post it in the comment box. And since this is not regarding towards a controller oriented webinar, I am not going towards a deep insight. Okay, so whenever if we go for this kind of application, we also have to know regarding towards the robotics, right? So robotics can be done in different ways in both the controllers, that is such as nothing but with the help of Python as well as with the help of C coding. Yeah, the interface is nothing but whatever I have said. We have to connect the Bluetooth towards a controller. We have to pair the Bluetooth of the particular system. After pairing that, we have to configure that particular serial communication values, and based on that values we have to start to control that entire functions. So this is nothing but one of the BCA robot which is available as a product from our organization. So here it is nothing but you can see how the robo setup has been created. So here we are using the Arduino controller, and we also use that L293D in order to drive this motor. And here you can see it is nothing but known as HC05. So this HC05 is used to communicate with the help of this brain sense. So by the end of this session I will show you some videos regarding towards this complete function, because during this lockdown I don't have this hardware, so kindly apologize for that. See, whenever if you are keeping any of the sensors towards our body, the sensor has a capability in order to collect some of the data, right? Similarly, that EEG is nothing but we cannot feel, because we will be able to feel only some of the harder vibrations. What kind of vibrations? In the sense, whenever you run fast and if you stop it, therefore you can hear your heartbeat, and until during that period you won't be able to hear your heartbeat, right? And similarly, in order to maintain your heartbeat, or in order to count your heartbeat properly, the doctors are using the stethoscope. So why they are using the sense? In order to hear that sound clearly. So that is the main thing we are using. Okay. And similarly, when there is a change in our nerves, whenever we change, or if we got some our emotion, such as maybe angry, or if you are in a relaxed mind, therefore our continuously that neuron or the posture get changes. So regarding the changing, there will be some values. So that values will be read by that particular EEG. Based on that EEG only we will be completely transferring with the help of Bluetooth towards the controller for any of the applications. BCI is nothing but brain computer interface. Brain computer interface. And robot is nothing but controlling a robot with the help of brain computer interface. So we have seen many types of wireless robotics, right? Like RF controlled robot, radio frequency, Bluetooth controlled, and IoT controlled. It can be set as Wi-Fi controlled also. Then so similarly, like that kind of wireless communication,
this BCI will also play a major role. Yeah, that sensor is nothing but it is completely known as EEG. So that is the sensor which has been placed inside the BCI. So let's go with some sample using EEG data. So here what kind of data set I have in this particular is nothing but it is completely regarding that Excel sheet. So with the help of ECG it is possible, EEG it is possible to record the data within a period of seconds and all. So these are our own data set. So this is nothing but the different columns that has been generated with the help of OpenBCI. So here you can see from 0th minute, 0th hour, 5 minute, 1 second. So you will be having this much varying data over here. And this is with another second. So similarly we will be having the like this n number of data. Okay, so like this I have nearly 2562 cells, I mean rows, and similar to this I have around 20 Excel sheets. And I am just applying towards a MATLAB as a signal processing. So therefore here I will be giving this particular as input. So here with the help of signal processing I would able to separate this low pass filter, high pass filter, and mean value, entropy value, skewness, then feature extraction. So here just I am giving this particular signal as input. We are using this high pass filters and low pass filters in order to reduce the noises for signal processing. So generally if we collect this thingier.h as a header file, therefore we won't be able to see that particular kind of issues. because they will be having all that separate files for that. Yeah, the EEG collects the data and transfers to the connected device. EEG graphical recorded report cannot be used. You will be able to only take the screenshots, or you can record like this, whatever I have shown. So now with the help of wavelength transformation, I am extracting all the subbands. So now we can see what is the variation whenever we apply this kind of filter towards this particular signal. So this will be the output which you are able to see it. Yeah, mostly the Python libraries we will be installing only with the help of Raspberry Pi. So in this way only we will be applying the filters and obtaining the signals by reducing the noises. And therefore this belongs only towards a function such as reading the attention value in Arduino. So based on this attention value, it is easy to control all the appliances, or it is easy to control any of the robot or in any kind of application. Filters are used to remove the noisy signal. It depends upon the BCA which you use for analyzing alpha or beta components. Yeah, it can also interpret the signals from subconscious mind of sleeping. So therefore this is nothing but the software serial.h. I will be connecting my Bluetooth over here, and this will be the baud rate. So I will be initializing that integer as my average as well as the flag function. Therefore this is in order to declaring my output pins. So in case if it is connected, therefore it will be going in order to read the bytes. So these byte values will be known as nothing but the values, attention or meditation values that has been sent by the complete brain sensor. So based on this payload data as well as the temporary value, I can calculate my average attention. So based on this average attention, in the sense it will be calculated the 4 values.